Class 12th, Subject Physics, third chapter, Kinetic Theory of Gases and Radiation. From this chapter, let us see absorption, reflection and transmission of heat radiation. So in this point, we will have to define coefficient of absorption, coefficient of reflection and coefficient of transmission. So the radiation is the fastest mode of transfer of heat in the form of electromagnetic waves, or it is a continuous emission of heat energy from the surface of any body because of its thermal energy. The electromagnetic radiation emitted by the bodies which are at higher temperature with respect to the surroundings is called as thermal radiation. The electromagnetic radiation emitted by the bodies which are at higher temperature with respect to the surroundings is called as thermal radiation. Whenever thermal radiation falls on the surface of any object, then some part of that heat energy is absorbed by that body, some part of that heat energy is reflected by the body, and the remaining part of heat energy is transmitted by the body. And therefore, let Q be the total amount of thermal energy incident on the surface of any object. So when Q amount of heat energy is incident on the surface of any object, then QA part of that energy will be absorbed by that body, QR part will be reflected by that body, and QT part will be transmitted by that body. And therefore we can say that when any heat radiation is incident on the surface of any body, then some part of heat energy will be absorbed by it, some part will be reflected by it, and remaining part will be transmitted by it. And therefore when Q amount of heat energy is incident on this body, at that time QA part is absorbed by it, QR part is reflected by it, and QT part will be transmitted by it. And therefore we can write Q equal to QA plus QR plus QT. Now dividing this equation by Q, we will get Q upon Q equal to QA upon Q plus QR upon Q plus QT upon Q. And that will be written as Q by Q equal to 1. Then QA upon Q equal to A, QR upon Q equal to R, and QT upon Q equal to T, and therefore A plus R plus T equal to 1. So in this case, this QA upon Q is equal to A. In this case, QQ will not get cancelled. This total ratio is A, this total ratio is R, and this total ratio is T. And where QA upon Q equal to A, QR upon Q equal to R, and QT upon Q equal to T. So this A is called as coefficient of absorption, R coefficient of reflection, and T coefficient of transmission. Now let us define these coefficients. So first of all, we will consider the coefficient of absorption A. The ratio of amount of heat energy absorbed to the total amount of heat energy incident on that body is called as coefficient of absorption A. The ratio of amount of heat energy absorbed to the total amount of heat energy incident is called as coefficient of absorption A. Second is coefficient of reflection. The ratio of amount of heat energy reflected to the total amount of heat energy incident on the body is called as coefficient of reflection R. The ratio of amount of radiant energy reflected to the total amount of heat energy incident is called as coefficient of reflection of that body. Then let us consider the third one, that is coefficient of transmission. The ratio of amount of radiant energy transmitted to the total amount of heat energy incident is called as coefficient of transmission T. The ratio of amount of radiant energy transmitted to the total amount of heat energy incident is called as coefficient of transmission. Now, if you consider some of the cases, like first case, if A is equal to 0 and R is equal to 0, then from that equation A plus R plus T is equal to 1, we can write T equal to 1. That is, all the incident radiation is transmitted through the object, that is, it will act as a perfect transmitter. Second case, if A is equal to 0 and T is equal to 0, then R will be equal to 1. That is, all incident energy is reflected by the object, that is, that object will act as a perfect reflector. Similarly, third case, if R is equal to 0 and T is equal to 0, then A will be equal to 1. And therefore, all incident energy is absorbed by the object, and therefore that object will act as perfect absorber. So like this, the bodies may act as perfect absorber if A is equal to 1, perfect reflector if R equal to 1, and perfect transmitter if T equal to 1. Then let us see the next point, that is diathermanous substances. Diathermanous substances. Now for these diathermanous substances, the coefficient of transmission T is not equal to 0. And therefore, what are these diathermanous substances? A substance through which heat radiations can pass is called as diathermanous substance. A substance through which heat radiations can pass is called as diathermanous substance. For these diathermanous bodies, T will not be equal to 0, and a diathermanous body is neither a good absorber nor a good reflector. And the examples of these athermanous, that is diathermanous substances, will be, for the first one, that is diathermanous substances, glass, quartz, sodium chloride, then hydrogen, then oxygen, dry air, etc. So these are some of the examples of diathermanous substances. Then let us consider the next part, that is athermanous substances. So second type of the substances will be athermanous substances, for which the coefficient of transmission T is equal to 0. So for these substances, T will be equal to 0, and therefore the substance through which the radiations cannot easily pass, the substance through which heat radiations cannot easily pass is called as athermanous substance. So for athermanous substances, T will be equal to 0. Then the examples of these athermanous substances are water, wood, iron, copper, benzene, moist air, etc. So these are some of the examples of the athermanous substances. So these are the two types of the substances, that is athermanous and diathermanous substances. Now the values of A, R and T will depend upon the wavelength of incident radiation. Similarly, it will depend upon the material of the object on which it is incident. So the values of A, R and T will depend upon the wavelength of heat radiation as well as the material of the object on which it is incident. Then let us go for next point, that is what is the perfect black body. What is perfect black body? So a body which absorbs the entire radiations incident on it is called as an ideal or perfect black body. A body which absorbs the entire radiation energy incident on it is called as an ideal or perfect black body. For a perfect black body, the coefficient of absorption A will be equal to 1. That is, the whole radiation incident on that body will be absorbed by that perfect black body. Generally, lamp black or platinum black, lamp black, that is in Marathi दिव्याची काजळी. So lamp black or platinum black absorb nearly 97% of incident radiation heat. Hence, they are considered as perfect black body. So, near about 97% of incident radiant heat will be absorbed by lamp black or platinum black. Hence, it will be considered as the perfect black body. The good absorbers are always good emitters, and poor absorbers are poor emitters. Now, let us see the most important point related with this perfect black body, and that is Fairy's black body. Fairy's black body. The construction is as shown. Fairy's black body. So let us see its construction. It consists of a double-walled hollow sphere having tiny hole or aperture through which radiant heat can enter into that sphere. So it will contain this as double-walled hollow sphere having a tiny hole which is called as aperture. This will be the aperture which will act as entrance to this incident radiation. So this is the incident radiation. Now this radiation will enter into this sphere through this small hole which is called as aperture. Then the space between the two walls of this hollow sphere will be evacuated. So evacuated space will be there between the walls of this sphere. Then the outer surface of this sphere will be silver coated. So the whole surface, outer surface of this sphere will be silver coated, and the inner surface will be coated with the lamp black. So this inner surface throughout will be coated with lamp black. Similarly, in front of this aperture there will be a conical projection. This will be the conical projection directly on which the incident radiation will fall, and this will be the polished surface such that it will produce reflection of this incident radiation within that sphere. So for reflecting that incident radiation inside this sphere, this conical projection will be used, and it will be as a polished surface. So like this its construction will be there. Then how it will work? Now when the heat radiation enters this sphere and falls on the conical projection, so as soon as this heat radiation enters through this aperture and falls on this conical projection, this conical projection will produce reflection. So after reflecting, it will fall on the inner surface of that sphere which is coated with lamp black, and therefore near about 97% of this radiation will be absorbed there at this point. Then the remaining 3% will get reflected within the sphere. Again 97% of that 3% will be absorbed here, and therefore amount of radiant energy will get reduced. Again it will reflect the remaining part of the heat radiation, it will fall here. Again 97% of it will be absorbed here. Again it will get reflected, but no radiation will escape through this aperture, the multiple reflections will take place inside the sphere, and during each reflection, that inner side of the sphere will absorb 97% of that incident radiation part, and therefore after multiple reflections inside the sphere, the total amount of radiations entering into the sphere will be absorbed by that sphere. Then the effective area, that is area of that sphere at which these radiations are incident, will be nearly equal to the area of this aperture, and therefore this aperture will act as the perfect black body. As this conical projection is provided here, the incident radiation will incident on it such that there will be reflection inside the sphere only. There will be no normal incidence, so that this ray or this radiation will escape from it. So the effective area of this aperture will be very, very small, and therefore no radiation will escape through this aperture after entering into this sphere, and therefore as all the incident radiation entering into this sphere is absorbed by it, therefore this aperture or the small hole of that hollow sphere will act as the perfect black body.